Janet, I wish I could say it feels like only yesterday that we were here at the Short Hills Hilton taping the Paper Mill Gala, but it's not. It's been a couple of years.
Actually, Paula, it's been 3 long years. I've missed live theater. I've missed this gala. I've missed the Paper Mill. Do you know that during the pandemic, I would just walk by it all the time to make sure my good friend, the Paper Mill, is still there.
Well, at least it got you out of the house, Janet.
It did. But look, tonight we're dressed up, no sweatpants for us.
No sweatpants. In fact, everyone is dressed up to the nines.
Yeah, it's really palpable. People are dressed up. They are so excited to be back. And they're all talking the same thing, how wonderful the Paper Mill was, how creative it was during the pandemic to do new and different venues of theater and to be back.
It's live theater. So let's just say like this, curtains up.
And light the lights.
I have so many questions to ask you, Mark, but do you realize the last time I saw you was 2019?
Yeah, I think, was it right here?
It was right here.
Because it's been 3 years since we've done a gala live, so it's great to be back. You look younger somehow. How did that
So do
happen?
you. No, but Mark, seriously, you know, the last time we talked about that The Wanderer would be in the season,
Right.
and Sister Act,
That's right.
and then it all had to stop.
Yeah, we were on an incredible run. We were on our 8th year in the black, doing world premieres, and everything was great, but it all ground to a halt, as you know, and things were crazy for a while. You know, we switched over to a digital presentation. The stage became kind of like a movie studio, but we were so grateful to our donors and subscribers and supporters who stuck with us and were so generous, and the state of New Jersey and even the federal government came through and really, really helped us through that dark time so we could come back big and strong. It's still been a weird year this year, but you know, as we negotiate around. But
Mark, I think people are so starved for interaction, communication, and live theater again.
Yeah.
So it's like a renaissance again.
Yeah, you know, I think everybody was really thrilled at the beginning of the pandemic to be able to sit in their pajamas on the couch and watch Netflix and everything. But after a while, that got stale. And there's nothing that replaces the experience of live theater, of sharing emotion and joy and reacting to someone right in front of your face, you know, singing their guts out like they do at Paper Mill. So people are eager to come back, and especially with our last show, which was The Wanderer.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, which was
Packed house.
packed houses, sold out at the end of the run. And the show that was in rehearsal when we shut down was Sister Act.
Tell me about the 2022-23 season.
Well, that's thrilling. It's huge, big banner season. We are opening with On Your Feet, which is the story of Emilio and Gloria Estefan and Miami Sound Machine.
Didn't know that.
Then at the holidays, we're doing The Sound of Music, which was another show we had promised our public a few years back. Then we're doing a premiere with Disney Theatrical Group, the stage adaptation of Hercules, which is going to be unbelievable. Then we're doing Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express and winding up with Rent. So it is a big blockbuster season. Get your tickets now.
Mark, I am so happy. I hope we don't have to wait another couple of years. Every year we should get together.
Amen. And thank you for always being here, and it's great to see you. Have a great time tonight.
Well, it's a very exciting night here at the Paper Mill Playhouse Gala event at the Short Hills Hilton. And this beautiful, lovely lady is the Gala chair, and her name is Sofia Cocozello. Is that correct?
Yes, Sofia Cocozello. Yeah. I know it's difficult to pronounce.
And Sophia was or is the Gala chair with her husband Peter. He's not here right now, but Sophia, you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank
and
you
it's so nice to see you all dressed up and everyone all dressed up. But tell me, as a gala chair, what is it that you actually had to do to get this event off the ground?
I had to get people excited about supporting the theater and Paper Mill Gala and just, supporting our theater. The theater has been around for many, many years. And I think the most difficult part was there's a lot of new people that have moved to New Jersey and they didn't know the Paper Mill Gala even existed and the Paper Mill Playhouse. So it was telling them, and it's difficult to donate when you've never been in the theater, but we were able to get all the tables and we were able to get all the sponsorships. And it was an amazing job. It was hard, but
It's very hard because it takes a lot of people to produce this event, and it was extraordinary time. And you're having a live auction, and you have some beautiful things that you and your committee have on display. And how did you get involved with the Paper Mill? And tell me about your love of theater.
So since I was a little girl, I've been in love with music, singing. I'm not a good singer, but I love music. I love dancing. I love arts. My father always taught us about arts, and to me, theater is magical, and it just brings so many emotions. And every time I see a performance, I just woke up filled with happiness, magic, hope. It just takes me to a very special place, and that's what made me get involved with the main theater in New Jersey. As you guys know, many of the productions end up in Broadway, and it's my passion for the theater and the magic that happens at the Paper Mill Playhouse that got me involved.
Well, I'm sure the Paper Mill is very grateful for people like you and your husband, Peter, and we hope you continue your passion and help the Paper Mill because it's a beautiful thing for us in New Jersey.
Oh, and I encourage everybody that just moved to New Jersey, which is a lot of people, to come to theater, to experience the magic. We need to support our theaters, our arts, our communities. It's so important for the state, and everybody's welcome, and
Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Just as long, stand by, as you stand by, stand by me, stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, 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 stand by me.
Now, if that's not Broadway in the waiting, I don't know what is. Stand by me. Terrific, terrific. Okay, shout outs. You have to tell me what schools you're from. How about you?
Shout out to Kinnelon High School.
All right.
Shout out to Nutley High School.
Nutley.
West Orange
All
High School.
right. So, what are your goals? How soon from now are you going to be on Broadway?
Well, I'm going to college next year. Shout out Berklee College of Music.
Music in Boston.
Yes, I'm very excited.
You should be. That's very, very competitive. Good
Thank
for
you. Yeah.
So, how long before we see you on Broadway?
Hopefully soon.
Okay. How about you?
Soon.
I love that answer, soon. Okay, so on a serious note, what made you go into the arts? What was your passion? How did you find your passion?
I guess it's something that I've always loved, and I think once you know it's meant for you, you kind of have to do it.
Isn't that true about life? Isn't that true about life? That's so good. And how about you? How did you find your passion?
Well, it started in 4th grade with my little elementary school play, and I was like, wow, this is the one thing in life that I actually can enjoy, and nothing else has just made me so happy, and yet the audience is so rewarding, and you make such good friends, and it's just the one thing that I was I just have to do this
And
in
what
life.
was your 4th grade play?
It was called The Rotten Princess.
The Rotten Princess.
And I was the Rotten Princess.
What would be the one thing that you want to tell them about your joy of the arts and being involved in the Paper Mill Theater's presentation tonight and the theater? Go ahead.
Support your local theaters. Support Paper Mill Playhouse.
Yay! Did you hear that, audience? How about you?
Just like thank you for coming out and seeing us. I think this is a wonderful opportunity for everybody, and we're just so excited to perform live for the first time in a long time.
You know what? It's really been hard, right, the past couple years because live theater really didn't happen.
But I do
so
believe
much.
Paper Mill has done so much for us, even in this virtual setting that we've been doing for the past 2 years.
They do so much for everyone, right? They do for the students and for the patrons and for everyone else. What about you?
I think this is my 6th year doing the summer conservatory, and I think ever since I was little, like this was like the one thing I looked forward to for my summers. So it actually is a lot of fun, and it's awesome because I don't think I'm going to pursue, musical theater, but I'm really, really glad I did this.
Theater is where people go that aren't accepted to be accepted, and so I think it's really important that you do support your local theater and donate to Paper Mill Playhouse.
Carolyn Farolito, welcome to 2022. It's been a long 3 years.
It certainly has, and oh my gosh, we're back here with everyone, and everyone looks fabulous, and we're hoping that we're going to be getting our subscribers back that we've lost along the way, but so far it looks very promising. We're back on track, and our season next year is going to be phenomenal, and we're just hoping that we can get back to normal, which is putting on our great productions and doing our theater school, and we're also excited to just be here tonight and celebrate.
A wonderful gala. And now, we interview you every year. It's always my honor when I get that honor to interview you, and the last time we did this was 2019, and we had no idea what was going to face us, but we're here, and the Paper Mill is thriving tonight. Totally sold out. Major fundraiser. Everyone is so excited to be here, and it's palpable. You can feel the excitement.
Yeah, it's just everyone is so thrilled to just be together again, and to celebrate that being together. And our board is here. Most of our board is here tonight. We lost a few people to COVID, but at this point in time, everyone's back. It's normal, and we're really looking forward to our season next year. Yeah.
Now, when last we were here, you were chair of the gala, I believe.
Yes.
You've kind of changed shoes a little bit, metaphorically, and you're going to soon become the chairperson of the Board of Trustees.
Yes.
That's a huge responsibility, and it's in such good hands with you. I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you.
It's my honor to be voted in by the trustees to take over the position, although it's not about the person, it's about the team.
Sure.
We have a great board, everyone is engaged, and so I'm really looking forward to working with everybody, and we're moving the theater forward with our expansion plans and all that we have. So it's an honor to see you and be interviewed, but it's an honor to be the board chair.
And I'm sure going forward there's lots of plans you have, and lots of excitement. I have to personally compliment the Paper Mill on how you went through the pandemic, because you didn't stop. You just transformed into grids and Zooms and the wonderful bistro dinners, right?
Well, we're a theater, so we're creative.
Yes.
So we had to get creative to keep people. They needed to be engaged.
Yes.
People needed to see the shows. We streamed the shows.
Yes.
We worked with what we had, and we worked hard. And the staff at the theater did an amazing job, and everyone was like all together as a team and trying to move forward with what do we do next, how do we do this. We actually our education programs were virtual, and we put it out there, and people from other states, kids from other states, joined our theater classes just so that they could be part of it, and we learned so much. We also learned that we're going to continue with some virtual.
That's the benefits. That's the benefits of what we went through. And it's so interesting because we, of course, always interview the students, and they were so excited. They're waiting to perform tonight, and they're just so excited. And that is the future of the theater.
That's right.
And Paper Mill has always promoted the future so positively and made a difference in so many children's lives. And I have to share with you one student, I asked them, what makes it so special to be part of the Paper Mill? And one particular student said, because we can be different and still belong. what a testament to the arts.
Yes, and there are children who write letters, students who write letters who say, I felt disenfranchised, I'm not a sports person, and I came to the theater, and I did my class, and I found my people.
Yeah.
And you really change people's lives with that. And they find out that they're not so different, that there's other people just like them. So, I mean, just wonderful stories. So.
Well, thank you for sharing your comments with us. Thank you for an amazing comeback, an amazing
It's going to be a great night.
And we look forward to the chairpersonship under your direction and to being back here with newer and better things next year.
We'll see. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
pleasure.
you.
One of the most satisfying parts of my job is watching someone get their start at Paper Mill and then go on to do amazing things in their career. Performer Ali Stroker grew up in Ridgewood, New Jersey. She started her formal training by participating in the Paper Mill Playhouse Summer Musical Theater Conservatory program and the New Voices concert while she was still in high school. She was the first actress using a wheelchair to perform a lead role in a musical as Olive on the Paper Mill Playhouse. Some of you tonight know me, some of you don't, but those of you who know me know how important my children are to me. Two children, they're not so young anymore, but they're so important to me. But I have the same sense of pride for my kids as I do for Allie, because I watched her grow up. She made history as the first actor using a wheelchair, performing on Broadway in Deaf West Theater's acclaimed production in 2015, the revival of Spring Awakening. First ever. And then, she's the first ever actor to win a Tony Award for her performance as Ado Ann in the revival of Oklahoma on Broadway. So you'd think after Paper Mill and Broadway, that'd be good enough, right? No. She's appeared at the Kennedy Center. She has appeared all over TV and commercials, and in her spare time, written 2 children's books. Her mission is to improve lives of others, disabled and not, through the arts. And it's captured in her motto, turning your limitations into opportunities. I don't know anybody I've ever met in my life who does that better than Ali Stroker. Her motto aligns right with Paper Mills. And so it is my honor to present Ali Stroker tonight with the 2022 Frank Carrington Award for Excellence in the Arts.
Paper Mill Playhouse is my favorite part of New Jersey. I grew up doing musical theater. I was introduced to theater down on the Jersey Shore. And when I was a teenager, my parents were looking for opportunities for me to do any kind of musical. And they turned to Paper Mill. And of course, at that time, being a teenager or being a young kid in a wheelchair, they weren't really sure what kind of opportunities there were going to be for their daughter, for me. And Paper Mill not only accepted me into their program, they didn't just support me, but they really celebrated what I could do. I remember working with the choreographer, Michelle, and she and I adapted all the choreography that we did that summer. They really, really took care of me in their program. And the integrity that Paper Mill has with every single thing that they do meant so much to me, because there were a lot of people out in the world telling me that I couldn't do theater, and that I couldn't dance, and that I wasn't going to make it. But Paper Mill always told me that I would make it, and that I could do this, and that I was accepted, and that I was good enough, and that I was really special. This is what it means to invest in someone. This is what it means to invest in a theater. And so the relationship has been so mutual. I feel like Paper Mill has been my family. And when I was a teenager, I played the fairy godmother. And the line of the song that I sang at the end was, "Love in your heart wasn't put there to stay. Love isn't love till you give it away." And that sums up exactly how I feel about Paper Mill. They have given me so much love, and now I have so much to give. Thank you all so much for being here.
Well, I'm with the managing director of the Paper Mill Theater, Mike Stotts. Mike, nice to see you again.
Thank you, Paula. It's great to have you. How are you?
I am doing very well, very happy to be here tonight for a live gala for change. But Mike, tell me, it must have been a challenging time this past year or so. Do you have any fresh ideas for the brand new beginnings of the Paper Mill?
Well, now we've got to get back on track. You know, we were really on a great growth track before the pandemic, and then we had to stall, of course. The last 2 years have been really challenging, but I feel like we are getting back now. The audiences are growing, and we can get Paper Mill back on course for the enormous growth plans that we had started to put in place before the pandemic. You know, growing our audience, growing the education programs, strengthening our relationships with New York producers, and really starting to take Paper Mill to the next level. It's already a great theater, but I came on board 3 years ago, right before the pandemic, to really take it to what that next step is for Paper Mill, and I'm looking forward to doing that now.
Well, you know, it's something very interesting. I noticed something incredible. I saw The Wanderer, and something was a little bit different. Do you want to tell me about that fabulous gift you got of lighting?
Oh my God, it was an amazing gift. So a wonderful family of donors came together and pledged $1.5 million to upgrade all of the stage technology at the theater. And we're doing that this summer. But that was an amazing gift. And in fact, we're now starting to develop a plan for upgrading all of our facilities. I mean, we have a beautiful, beautiful historic venue, but we need to now bring it into the 21st century, the lobbies, the bathrooms, the dressing rooms. And so all of that is being planned right now.
Well, Mike, I always say, in order to make magic, it's important to have money.
Yes, it is. And here we are tonight, raising a lot of money at the Paper Mill Gala. But I will have to say this. During the last couple of years, our donor base and subscriber base really stuck with us. And it was really touch and go for a while there. And they continued to support us and are continuing to support us. And we're ever so grateful, you know, to them, to the corporate supporters that we receive, the federal support and state support. I mean, truly, if that did not exist, Paper Mill would not be opening its doors this year as we have.
Well, it's nice to know the arts are alive and well and thriving in New Jersey.
They are indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paula.
I am here with Audrey Bartner, and you have been on the Board of Trustees since 2004. We're coming on almost 20 years.
Well, it's like my whole life. I have always been involved with the Paper Mill. I love it. It's a fabulous organization.
And you are getting a very special award tonight, very well deserved. I want you to tell our hometown TV audience what your award is.
My award is for Patron of the Arts, and I'm very excited, I'm very thrilled, and I'm very humbled to be receiving this.
And you have done so much for the arts, not only being on the Board of Trustees here for 20 years almost, but you also have been involved with New Jersey PAC, you've been involved with the Leading Ladies,
New Jersey Symphony.
New Jersey Symphony. You have done so much, and I also read you are you are very involved in the visual arts.
I'm an artist.
You're an artist.
Yeah,
and what I was so thrilled to see this year is the Paper Mill brought back the art gallery and featuring some of the artists who do such exquisite painting.
There's so much talent out there in the theater as well as the arts.
Yeah. The past couple of years have been difficult, obviously. So many of us were we longed for the live theater, right? But
And everyone is so thrilled that it's back. And
it's back. But what amazed me with the audience at Paper Mill is that they stayed with it. You know, the donors stayed the donors, and the people. Paper Mill was so creative in what it did.
Paper Mill is like a tradition, and
Yes.
it's like people remember it when they were little children. Their parents brought them to the Paper Mill, and
that's right.
It's part of our scene in New Jersey, and a very special part.
It is. It's part of our community. It's part of our state. And for people in the arts, it's what we eat and breathe and love. And I have to congratulate you. I know your family is here tonight. They're very proud of you, as well they should be. And the state of New Jersey and the Paper Mill is proud of you. So congratulations. You've done so much for each and every one of us.
With my absolute pleasure. I love the Paper Mill. I love all the arts, and I'm one happy camper tonight.
It's now my pleasure to introduce to you some of our current students. They'll be performing a piece that they learned for our conservatory last year. But last year, the conservatory was half in person and half virtual. So this is the very first time that they will be singing this song live together. And it's sort of fitting, because this song is about being there for your friends and your family through good times and tough times. So please help me welcome the Paper Mill Conservatory students singing Stand By Me.